Welcome to the Madison Order Podcast. Today is Tuesday, July 4th, 2023. Today we're going to recap the baseball games from yesterday and look ahead to today's games. Same for soccer. NBA Summer League from yesterday. We'll talk about the hot dog contest, the Wimbledon, the portfolio, and news and notes. All right, baseball will be first. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to a busy day today with the holiday. Astros over the Rangers 12-11, Brewers over the Cubs 8-6, Reds over the Nats 3-2, Marlins over the Cards 5-4, Braves over the Guardians 4-2, Twins over the Royals 8-4, Yanks over the O's 6-3, Padres over the Angels 10-3, Mariners over the Giants 6-5, and the Dodgers over the Pirates 5-2. All right, today's game's 11 a.m. How about that? The Reds at the Nats, Brett Kennedy and Patrick Corbin. Reds minus 124, Nats plus 106, over under 9.5, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Reds minus 1.5 is plus 118, Nats plus 1.5 is minus 146. Full game under, but I don't feel good about it. 1 o'clock, O's Yankees. We'll see how the Yankees do after that dramatic win last night. Kyle Gibson and Clark Schmidt. Yanks minus 120, O's plus 102, over under 9, overs minus 102, unders minus 120. O's minus 1.5 is plus 164, Yanks plus 1.5 is minus 200. I'm going to go over 9. Don't feel good about it. Cards, Marlins. Adam Wainwright, Jesus Luzardo. Marlins minus 174, Cards plus 146, over under 8.5, overs minus 120, unders minus 102. Cards plus 1.5 is minus 144, Marlins minus 1.5 is plus 120. For this one, I'm going to do... that's a hard one. Go with the Marlins run line, minus 1.5 at plus 120. Rangers, Red Sox, 130. Dane Dunning and TBD. Game's not posted yet. Rangers will rightfully be favored here, I would think. If not, taking him as an underdog. 2 o'clock, Royals, Twins. Zach Greinke and Kenta Maeda. Twins minus 190, Royals plus 160, over under 9, overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Royals plus 1.5 is minus 162, Twins minus 1.5 is plus 102. I'm going full game over. Cubs, Brewers at 4, Kyle Hendricks and Wade Miley. Brewers minus 164, Cubs plus 106, over under 9, overs minus 8, unders minus 112. Cubs plus 1.5 is minus 196, Brewers minus 1.5 is plus 162. I like full game under a lot. Rocks, Astros, Kyle Freeland and Brendan Bielik. Astros minus 188, Rocks plus 158, over under 9.5, minus 10 each way. Rockies plus 1.5 is minus 128. Astros minus 1.5 is plus 106. Don't love the pick, but I'm going full game under. Mets, Diamondbacks, Kodai Senga and Zach Davies. So Kodai Senga off the injured list. He hasn't started in a while. I feel like he got hurt. Mets minus 112, D-backs minus 104, over under 9, overs minus 118, others minus 104. Mets minus 1.5 is plus 138. D-backs plus 1.5 is minus 166. I'm going with the Diamondbacks at home. Yet again, it's favoritism towards a disaster. That is the Mets. So give me Zach Davies and the Diamondbacks. Phillies, Rays. Aaron Nola and Zach Eflin. Rays minus 146, Phillies plus 124, over under 8, overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Phillies plus 1.5 is minus 146, Rays minus 1.5 is plus 146. Full game under, don't feel strong about it. Mariners, Giants at 4:30. Logan Gilbert and TBD. Looks like wins going for San Francisco. Giants are minus 126. Mariners plus 108 over under 8. Overs minus 102. Unders minus 120. Mariners plus 1.5 is minus 200. Giants minus 1.5 is plus 164. Full game over. 640 Angels. Athletics Tigers. JP Sears and Tariq Scoop Ball making the season debut. Tigers minus 174. A's plus 146 over under 8. Overs minus 122. And there's even money. A's plus 1.5 is minus 138. Tigers minus 1.5 is plus 115. I'm going with the A's plus 146 outright, only because we haven't seen Scooball this year. So there's your underdog pick of the day. TBS, you have the Angels and the Padres, Shohei Ohtani and Joe Musgrove. So TBS lucked out right there. Padres minus 132, Angels plus 112 over under 7.5. Overs plus 102. There's minus 124. Angels plus 1.5 is minus 205. Padres minus 1.5 is plus 168. I'm going full game over, but I don't feel good about it. I'm surprised that Ohtani's not favored here. Braves Guardians at 7. Colby Allard and Shane Bieber. Braves minus 126. Guardians plus 108 over under 9. Overs minus 102. Unders minus 120. Braves minus 1.5 is plus 128. Guardians plus 1.5 is minus 154. I'm taking the Guardians at plus 108. Blue Jays White Sox at 8. Chris Bassett, Lucas Giolito. Jays minus 124. White Sox plus 106 over under 8.5. Overs minus 118. Unders minus 104. Jays minus 1.5 is plus 134. White Sox plus 1.5 is minus 162. Don't feel good about it, but I like full game over. And last but not least, 9 o'clock, Pirates, Dodgers, Luis Ortiz, and Emmett Sheehan. Dodgers minus 210, Pirates plus 176 over under 9.5. Overs even money, unders minus 122. Pirates plus 1.5 and Dodgers minus 1.5 is minus 110 each way. This is a tough one, but I'm gonna go with over 5.5 Dodger runs at plus 102. Okay, now I'll move on to soccer. We'll go over things of note from yesterday and look ahead to today. Looks like we have MLS today, so that's interesting for the 4th of July. So just want to get to some of the scores. So yesterday, Liga MX, Guadalajara over Lyon 2-1, USL, Loudoun over Hartford 2-1, UEFA Euro Under 19, Portugal over Poland 2-0, Italy over Malta 4-0. And then today, CONCACAF Gold Cup, 6:30 of Canada, Cuba. Trying to pull up the odds here. Canada's minus 1350, Cuba's 19-1, the draw's 9-1. We're gonna go under 3.5 goals at minus 110. Guadalupe, Guatemala. Guadalupe plus 190, Guatemala plus 130, draws plus 210. I'm going to go with Guadalupe as the home underdog at plus 190. 8:30, I have Costa Rica and Martinique. Costa Rica's minus 175, Martinique's plus 440, the draw's plus 270. I'm going to go, I don't feel good about it, but under 2.5 goals at minus 110. And then Panama and El Salvador. Panama's minus 115, El Salvador's 3-1, draws plus 230. I'm going Panama at minus 115. All right, MLS. We have 5 games, so that's exciting for the 4th of July holiday. So first up, 7:30, you have Miami hosting the Crew of Columbus. Miami's plus 180, Columbus plus 125, the draw's plus 240. The Columbus Crew are red hot right now. So I'm going to go with the Crew at plus 125. Orlando, Toronto. Orlando's minus 3, Toronto's plus 500, the draw's 340. I'm going to go under 2.5 goals at plus 130. 8:30, Dallas, DC United. Dallas plus 20, DC plus 195, draw plus 230. I'm going Dallas plus 120. 9:30, Colorado, Portland. Colorado, even money, Portland plus 240, draw plus 230. I'm going to go with the draw at plus 230. And at 10:30, a golden game tonight. 10:30, you have the Galaxy hosting LAFC. This is the makeup game from the opener. This game is going to be held at the Rose Bowl. So, this is exciting. LAFC's minus 110. The Galaxy's plus 240. The draw's plus 270. LAFC, a ton of big games. I think they do it yet again. They're minus 110 here on the road. A women's international friendly result, China over Russia 2-1. All right, USL Championship, you have Colorado Springs and Monterey Bay. Colorado's even money, Monterey Bay plus 240, the draw's plus 230. I'm going to go with Monterey Bay as the upset at plus 240. I like that a lot. And then 9 o'clock, also you have Vegas, New Mexico. Vegas plus 160, New Mexico plus 145, the draw's plus 230. I'm going with New Mexico on the road at plus 145. All right, USL League One. Gonna pull, see if those are up. They're not. All right, 9 o'clock, you have Northern Colorado hosting Charlotte. Club friendly today, FC Salzburg and Legia Warsaw. And then Euro under 19. 12 o'clock, you have Norway, Greece. And then 3:15, you have Iceland against Spain. So there you have it for the soccer today. NBA Summer League. We'll go over the results from yesterday. And there are no games today, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's the 4th of July holiday. Heat over the Lakers, 107-90. Grizzlies over the Sixers, 94-92. Spurs over the Hornets, 98-77. Thunder over the Jazz, 95-85. And the Warriors lose to the Kings in Sacramento, 100-94. So, Heat, Lakers, Spurs, Hornets, and Warriors, Kings are all in Sacramento. Grizzlies, Sixers, and Thunder, Jazz were in Utah. The Vegas Summer League starts on the 7th, so we're excited for that. All right, the hot dog eating contest, as we all know, on the 4th of July every year. Just for fun, I want to talk about it. So, the men's outright winner, dead heat rules apply. Joey Chestnut's a minus 3,000 favorite. Joey Chestnut is disgusting when you watch him, and he like chugs and chugs and chugs the hot dogs, and sometimes it makes you go nuts. Jeffrey Esper's 14-1, Nick Weary is 30-1, James Webb is 35-1, and Gideon Oji is 50-1. There's no value on any of that because Chestnut is the best hot dog eater in the world. So Joey Chestnut to eat 72.5 hot dogs or more is plus 120. I'll take that. And the Joey Chestnut minus 3,000, the field 12-1. And then the women's outright winner, Miki Sudo, is minus 4,000. She's a larger favorite than Joey Chestnut, amazingly enough. Michelle Lesko is 20-1, so is Laurel Marie Mel. Actually, no, she is 26-1, and Catherine Preeman is 34-1. There's no value on any of the women's either. But another prop I'm willing to take is Miki Sudo over 43.5 hot dogs at minus 112. And in Chestnut and Sudo combined over 115.5 hot dogs, minus 112 as well. I'm willing to take. All right, now I'm going to do Wimbledon real quick. We'll go over some results. From yesterday and today so far. We'll look at some of the matches set for tomorrow. There is a ton of matches suspended. Bonzi Mayotte suspended, Korj Pela suspended, Chapolov Ablett suspended, Hollis Evans suspended, Hanfman Fritz suspended, Etcheverry Zapta Morales suspended, Safulin Batista Agut suspended. And then final, Sinner over Cerundolo in 3 sets. Gallen upsets Nishioka in 3 sets. Wawrinka beats Rusevori in 3 sets. Schwartzman over Kamnovic in 3 sets. Vucic over Altmaier in 4 sets. Bublik over McDonald in 4 sets. Ate over Kofer in 3 sets. Yamera over Molkan in 3 sets. Choinsky over Lajovic in 4 sets. Rude over Lukoli in 4 sets. Wolf over Kosadad in 3 sets. Munar over Isner in 4 sets. Brody over Lestine in 3 sets. Goffin over Marazon in 4 sets. Motet over Gasquet in 3 sets. And Mo upsets Agrasalame in 4 sets. Djokovic over Kachin in 3 sets. Hurkacz over Ramos Vinolas in 3 sets. Martyr over Gojo in 4 sets. Rublev over Purcell in 3 sets. Karasev over Van Asch in 4 sets. Thompson over Nakashima in 5 sets. Barrios Vera over Baez in 4 sets. Musetti over Varillas in 3 sets. Goffin, Kyrgios, and Kragnovic and Agrasalame canceled. And then right now, Colorado's Gaffia and Chardy is live. And a bunch of suspended ones. Berrettini, Sonego, Jerome Delian, Fuskevitz, Greek Sport, O'Connell, Medjevic, Lofhagen, and Rune, Shelton, Daniel, Time, and Sipias, Muller, and Rinderneck, all suspended right now. And then coming up today, 9 o'clock, Papa Johnson, Demeanor, Harris, Barreri, Cressy, Dare, Arnaldi, and Cabrera, Spena, Cerundolo and Borges, Vesely, Korda, Henston, Murray, Raonic and Novak, Huesler and Watanuki, Lehecka and Offner, Zhang and Van de Zandschulp, Show and Dimitrov, Zverev and Brower, Eubanks, Montiero, Magzuki and Paul, Tiafo Wu, Sechinato, Jari, Ivashka, Korea, Nori, and Makach, Manarino, and Shevchenko, Kubler, and Humbert, Davidovich, Fakina, and Fils, Stricker and Popperin, and Medvedev and Ferry. And what we know for tomorrow, it'll be Sinner and Schwartzman, Bublik and Wolf, Musetti Munar, Barrios Vera and Goffin, Brody and Rude, Martyrer and Mo, Rublev and Karasev, Chazinski and Hurkacz, Thompson, Djokovic, Galan, and Ott. All right, women's from yesterday. Look ahead to today and a little tomorrow. What we know. Collins and Grabber suspended. Buzuga over Walder in 2 sets. Kennan over Goff in an upset in 3 sets. Siniakova over Zhang in 2 sets. Masarova over Sheriff in 3 sets. Svitolina over Williams in 2 sets. Mertens over Kuzmova in 2 sets. Benchik over Swan in 2 sets. Kasukina over Vilhade in 2 sets. Braj over McNally in 2 sets. Wong over Sanders in 2 sets. Sorribes Tormo over Trevisan in 2 sets. Vondrousova over Stearns in 2 sets. Lynette over Teichmann in 2 sets. Fernandez over Kozlova in 3 sets. Garcia over Volinets in 2 sets. Sarenko over Liu in 3 sets. Swiatek over Zhu in 2 sets. Parry over Dart in 3 sets. Marchik over Furvitova in 3 and a walkover. Podoroska over Martinkova in 3 sets. Buska over Rakimova in 3 sets. Azarenka over Yuan in 3 sets. Parks over Friedtem in 2 sets. Kudermetova over Kanepi in 2 sets. Pogula over Davis in 3 sets. Bogdan over Samsonova in 2 sets. And Strykova over Zinveska in 2 sets. And in today so far, so live right now is Shelby Rogers and Rybakina. They're going right now. Suspended. Navarro and Alexandrova, Brengel and Irani, Boulder and Gavrola, Pera and Timova, Bonaventure and Bai, Potapova and Naif, Juvan and Gasparon. And then still to come up, Kontaveit and Stefani, Osorio Serrano and Cacciaredo, Stevens and Peterson, Seresta and Maria, Pliskova and Kostic, Zhang and Vechik, Mbino and Cornet, Paolini and Kvitova, Sakari and Kasaruk, Gracheva and Georgi, Riskin, Badosa, Zhao and Korpach, Sasnovic and Parias Diaz, Jabor and Frech, Min and Ostapenko, Golubic and Smedlova, Watson and Krajikova, Begu and Marino, Udvardy and Sablanka, Muchova and Niemeyer, Kriston and Bronzetti, Bondar and Adrescu, Niskova and Gulfi, Kartal and Keys, Andreeva and Wong, Haddad Maya and Putin-Seva, Wickmeyer and Bunkova, Buzas, Minero and Kalyana, and then canceled Kovnovic and Cornet. And what we know for tomorrow for women's, Fernandez and Garcia, that's a good match. Kudermetova and Vondrousova, that's also good. Swiatek and Sorribes Tormo, Wong and Kennan, Podoroska and Azarenka, Mertens and Svitolina, Kasukina and Baraj, Siniakova and Sarenko, Lynette and Strykova, Pogula and Buska, Parks and Bogdan, Parry and Martic. And that's what we know for women's second round for tomorrow. All right, now my portfolio pick that I'm going to give out a future. I had to lay this bet yesterday. I explained why. But I'm sure it's still at the same number. It's the same category as I gave out last week, except the longer shot. That's the Heisman. there's a quarterback that returns on a team that won a New Year's Six bowl game last year. That is back and has a supporting cast that's back, although they lose a lot of players. And that player is Michael Pratt at 400-1 to win the Heisman Trophy. Michael Pratt, 400-1 to win the Heisman Trophy. That's just crazy for a Tulane team. I get it. They lost a lot of guys, but he's back, and some of their other players are back. I get it. The American's better. I thought about the UTSA quarterback for this future as well, who was 250-1, Frank Harris. But I decided to go with Pratt at 400-1 to win the 2023 Heisman Trophy as my value play of my latest portfolio bet. All right, and last but not least, news and notes. There are some things that I wanted to get to. So the big story that came out after I was done recording yesterday was that Anthony Edwards gets the 5-year rookie max extension that could be worth up to $260 million, 5 years. So great extension for Anthony Edwards. He deserves it. He's the most proven guy in the 2020 draft class, and he was picked number 1 overall for a reason. So good for Anthony Edwards for getting that done, and same for obviously the T-Wolves. D. Rose is wearing number 23 with the Grizzlies. It's the same number he wore at Memphis, which is pretty cool. Saints tight end Foster Moreau announces he is in full remission after being diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma in March. That is wonderful news for him, and hopefully we'll see Foster play some football. So that is wonderful news. The Mets and the Mariners made a trade yesterday. Seattle sends righty Chris Flexen and righty Trevor Gott to the Mets in exchange for lefty Zach Mukenhern. I like this deal for the Mets. Flexen can be like the long guy out of the bullpen. The Mariners had a surplus of bullpen arms and whatnot. So I like that deal for the Mets. Ellie De La Cruz declines home run derby invite. He said he'd rather focus on the season, what it takes to help the team win. That is the right call. Good for him. And that's what a team leader should do. And I applaud Ellie because he's new to this, and he literally turns it down and it's like, I'm not risking injury. So good on him. Jazz Chisholm to the 10-day injured list with left oblique strain. MRI scheduled for yesterday. So that's yet another milestone for Jazz Chisholm. Clayton Kershaw to the injured list with shoulder soreness. So much for me thinking he was going to start the National League. For the National League for the All-Star game. Now who's going to be it is the question. So the San Francisco Giants placed 2 players on the injured list. Infielder Thairo Estrada, hand fracture in righty. Anthony DeSclafani, shoulder. And then Mike Yastrzemski off the IL. So they get somebody back and 2 guys are on the injured list. Those are 2 losses for San Francisco, but they do get Yaz back. Adley Rutschman is doing the home run derby. So that is pretty cool for Adley. Let's just hope he doesn't get hurt. Chet Holmgren played last night in the Summer League game, which was awesome. And that's why I think the Thunder lines are being jacked up for the Summer League. William Nylander and Leafs are far apart in extension talks. As Nylander believes he should earn $10 million plus a year on his new deal with Toronto. Now is that a trade candidate all of a sudden? And then Ducks goalie John Gibson requested a trade as he burned bridges on the way out with a quote. You got to listen to it. It's disturbing. All right, so that's it for the show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything and look ahead to everything tomorrow. No best bets for the rest of the week, as you know. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.